The digital era has brought a pivotal shift in the global economy, pushing the limits of innovation and redefining the boundaries of global trade. Fast paced technological innovations are changing the world of work, with some jobs transforming faster than others. Innovation is set at the center of the much needed growth, and Nigeria, with its vibrant and growing tech sector, is yet to reach its full potential. Therefore, in order to expand innovation and entrepreneurship in the country, there is a need for an informed presence and interaction between the government and actors in the tech entrepreneurship ecosystem. We chat with Wale Kuku, CEO of F1 Interactive, and he shares how Nigeria can join the list of highly innovative countries.
Wale, glad to have you on the show today.
Thank you for having me.
So let's get started. What is your opinion on the state of innovation in the country today?
I think we're doing okay. So far, so okay. Fintech has been doing a great job. We've been pulling our way to fintech and even the mobile financial services. I believe that we're even doing better than the West. Kind of medicine too, we're seeing some good innovations coming out. Especially because of the crisis. And Tremendous is doing great with some pretty interesting features. But I'll say we're just still scratching the surface because we're not seeing much in big tech. We're not seeing much in hardware. We're not seeing much in security. Security is a big issue in Nigeria today, and we need a lot of innovation to help out in covering the security issues.
The COVID-19 pandemic made it quite difficult to run your startup or your organization. But of course, we know that it's possible to see opportunities in crisis. How would you rate the ability of organizations based in Nigeria to evolve above the crisis?
I think the crisis was a good thing for Nigeria when it comes to technology and even the world. We saw, the top 10 richest people in the world in technology, they got richer. Firstly, crisis and problems are opportunities, and if you can solve those problems creatively and sometimes disruptively, that is innovation. And therein lies the advantage for businesses to impact individuals, impact lives, society, and make some money.
Okay, Wale, how do we get legacy organizations who are probably not as nimble as startups to innovate and make innovation occur naturally within their organizations?
Okay, I think training is a fantastic way to do that. I've been training in the last 4 years. I've been training organizations on innovation, and mainly the technology staff that I've been coming for this training. And in the course of my training, 30 minutes to 1 hour into the training, people start to pop up ideas, and I realized that that training is actually opening their subconsciousness to innovation. So training is a great way to do this. Secondly, they need to set up structures to be able to listen, to listen to within the organization. That man that's been doing the same process over and over and over again for 10 years has pretty good ideas, on how to improve that process. So you need to listen to such people. And then the organization also needs to encourage innovation. So if an innovation comes from within, they should reward that person with promotions. They could give them a certain, percentage on any innovation that brings in revenue. And finally, I believe all this organization needs to set up an innovation unit. It's very important.
Digital disruption that we're all experiencing today has created opportunities. What are some of the trends that you see that organizations can take advantage of?
For example, there's a lot of AI going on right now, and One powerful thing I think is the AI software that can help to automate your processes. So whatever has been one person has been doing for a whole day, for 24 hours, and it's a continuous process, we can deploy AI software to actually carry out those that same task in less than 1 hour, 30 minutes, even 10 seconds or 5 seconds. And that's what we call RPA, robotic process automation. Also, we can use AI to improve the customer's experience. For example, my company, we're working on, we have our own platform that there is an assistant, a digital assistant. So it could pop up in the morning when you wake up and say, "Good morning, James, how you doing? Your DSTV is going to expire later today. It's 9,000 naira. You only have 3,000 naira in your account." Or we see that you have other accounts and with 3,000 here, 5,000 here. Should we put them together and pay this DSTV bill, yes or no? Also, we could do things like, oh, yesterday you're spending, you went past the spending limit, you spent on budgeted items, and should we limit your spending today so you can catch up with your budget, with your budgeting plan? So those are those things that we're doing with digital assistants. Companies can also use mobile technology and mobility to drive remote services and drive remote operations. So mobility is not necessarily for only between the customer and the company, but also to help the company's operations so they can drive remote operations also for the health sector. They can use drones. We are not seeing too much drones being used in Nigeria yet, but drone is a powerful way to deliver things like pharmaceutical products to rural areas. In Zambia, there's a company doing that, and the drones are not so complex, simple drones, and they're able to get drugs down to hospitals and to primary health centers in rural areas.
Do you think we have enough policies that can encourage some of these innovative tendencies that you talked about, or if we don't, what do you recommend?
We have some policies, and some of them are not being implemented. For example, the NITDA, under the Ministry of Digital Economy, came up with policies to ensure that companies buy from within. But we still notice that a lot of tech companies are actually competing with foreign companies and foreign products, which are a lot more expensive and which are not so fit to our environment. And it's a big problem, and it kills innovation because that is access to markets. Such policies ensures access to markets for local innovation. Right now, majority of the funding is coming from abroad, and to a large extent, it's not enough. We need that local capacity. The banks have what they have the SME fund. I believe some part of that SME fund should be channeled towards innovation. That's going to be a great way of doing this. And like I said, we need the market to be protected for local innovators. We should not be competing with the foreign guys. So the foreign guys, sometimes they might have advantage of cost, they might have advantage of time, but one thing that will do a lot is advantage of customizing their platforms to fit to our community and our society.
Wale, always a pleasure. Thank you for being on the show today. Wish you all the best.
Thank you very much, and wish you the best too.
My guest has been Wale Kuku, CEO F1 Interactive, who believes that pushing for an innovative economy is simply the way to go. All hands must be on deck if Nigeria must truly evolve as an innovative economy capable of solving her own challenges. We've come to the end of the show, but it doesn't end here. The conversation continues online. We are Tech Trends TV on social media. Also watch the show on Channels TV YouTube or cfablog.ng. For Tech Trends, I'm Chukwemeka Agbata.